Hey y'all, hey, welcome to the channel. Welcome to Nephtara Grace. I'm your hostess with the mostest. We're going to jump right into the energy because that's just how we do around here. Why the hell not? Let me see. We're going to start by casting runes. Hey, if you're new, welcome in. If you've been here before, welcome back. Glad you decided to come back around and check it out again. Let's see. Ooh. Okay, I thought it was going to be a lot of runes. It's for Isa, for cosmic coherence. I, okay, so it's ice. It's frozen water ice, but also like a still point. Okay. Like something like a pause, depending on what the other runes are around it. We have Purith for its divination, its luck. The Norse saw this as a dice cup. Roll the dice. So divination. But I also see it as like the cosmic cauldron. Okay. It could also be. Let's see. Let's see. Anzus and Berkana. Okay. Okay. Berkana for birth or like I don't know. How do you guys see it there? Is that upside down for you? I can't tell. So it's birth, but it's also like the mother. Okay. And then Anzus. This is God, the ancestors, Odin even. Okay, so yeah. Let me tell you something. These runes together are no joke. Yeah, Berkana, Isa, Anzus, and Purith together. This is a big deal. Okay, this is God is doing something that no one can stop. God is doing something only God can do. God is doing something that is actually going to bring a stop to something that other people have been doing. Okay, that's what this is about. Somebody's been okay. It's my ancestors coming through because the words they're using. Somebody's been shucking and jiving, and now the divine is riding and sliding. What? I don't know. But somebody's been doing something, and now they're not going to be able to do it anymore. That I can tell you. It's being shut down. Something is being shut. They said all the way down. Okay. Let's get a theme out here because those runes are serious. That combination of runes is serious. That's like anybody playing games out here. Wheel of Fortune and the High Priestess. There's two of them out here. Ain't nobody playing games out here. Nobody playing games out here. Somebody was playing around with something they shouldn't have been though. Somebody was acting like they were something they were not. Ooh. Now were they acting on purpose? Yes, they were trying to impress somebody. Lord, let me not. I'm not going because y'all know. Let's y'all here for the cards. I mean, if I might start a channel just for my channeling. I might do it, but for now, let's see what these cards got to say about it. Let's see what these cards. High Priestess again. Granddaddy Perp and Indica. The answer lies deep inside you. Embrace your divine feminine aspects, surrender to the universe, and just flow. The Hermit and the Hierophant. Listen. Go with what you know. That's 5 themes out here. Y'all, I'm going to try to keep this reading short and sweet. I'm fresh out of YouTube probation. We still going with the no profanity and no naked people over here. Y'all know it hurts my heart, but we do what we got to do. I believe, y'all, I don't know about me in this particular platform. It is what it is. This is, anyway, don't be surprised if in a couple months I tell you if you want to see me read, you're going to have to come over to Patreon or if you haven't already, join the membership on my website, www.nephtaragrace.com. Because y'all, I'm an Aries. I don't like being told what I can and can't do and what I can and can't say. And those are the rules here. So, let's get a goddess energy out here. 5 themes, y'all. well, it's technically 4 because the High Priestess is out here twice. High Priestess with her counterpart, the Hierophant, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Hermit. I'm telling you, God is here to change something, and all you have to do is stay in your lane. I can't. That's the whole message right there. God's doing something. You make sure you stay in your lane. Don't be in somebody else's lane right now, because God is. Somebody said taking out the trash. Somebody said cleaning up. I don't know. Devotion per body. Y'all know her story? She knew she was the divine feminine aspect of a deity. And so she said, hey, I'm your divine feminine. And he's like, anyway, it was through her devotion. Through her devotion that she realized divine union. Instead of seeking after the man, she sought after the God. I was describing this to someone the other day. It's like, so you got to picture a triangle, okay? And this is for those of you who are interested in divine union, who are interested in divine masculine, divine feminine. So you got to picture a triangle. And this is Parvati. This is devotion. This is how she did it, right? So instead of you know, so you got to picture your triangle, and you got your masculine in one corner, your feminine in another corner, and at the top is God, okay, the divine. So instead of man and woman chasing after each other, back and forth, the friction. If both parties will seek God, they are naturally going to meet up here where God is. That is the message and the lesson that Parvati teaches us. Very High Priestess Hierophant energy with this. Absolutely puts you into hermit mode. And it seems counterintuitive, especially if you've been doing things the way that humans do things. It's like, oh, you want that person, you got to do this, you got to do that, you got to do this to get that person's attention. But in reality, you don't do any of that for divine union. You don't, for divine union, you seek the divine, and that brings you into union. I know that sounds crazy, but that's what this is. Okay, that's what this is. And that's really interesting. I'm going to be using Divine Tarot today. Do I want to get any other oracle messages out here? Maybe at the end, because I feel like this is quite enough. Especially with the Wheel of Fortune here, and Parvati being the goddess that's holding the container. I'm going to go right into the tarot. Holy Spirit, archangels, ancestors, gods and goddesses, ascended masters, legions of light, those who walk with me every day. Thank you for protecting me as I channel messages for the tribe, for showing me what I need to see and telling me what I need to know, so I can support the tribe as we live, learn, thrive, and grow, as above, so below, and so it is because it is so. Splitting the deck on the 9 of coins and the 4 of wands. Interesting. 10 of coins and the 9 of coins. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, and then death, and I'm telling you, somebody was play acting. It was Cod's play, but now the real thing is here. I'm telling you, that's what it's given on this. Somebody was pretending to be something they weren't, but now that which is truly it is here. So somebody out of a position, a spot. Page of coins. So there's a new opportunity here, and it leads to something that is long-term judgment. Okay, now that's that. This is somebody that, okay. King of Swords. Give me something on this, because it's like somebody gets the Hangman. So it's the Wheel of Fortune energy out here. It's something gets a refresh, a start over, a redo, a second act even. Okay. But it's only it's only because of some type of surrender to the divine. Okay. Strength card, y'all. I mean, you know what it's giving me? It's like so my dad has passed away. He's been gone for a few years now, but when he was alive, he led a very full and colorful life. And my dad was he was an interesting person. But anyway, he got himself into some situations more than once. And he made some choices more than once that led him to ultimately being in a really bad place. Okay? Like, you don't get, you could argue with me, but I don't think it gets worse than where my dad found himself at one point in life. Okay? So he, and I'm gonna put it to you like this. My dad went to federal prison at one point. Okay. My biological father at one point stood before a judge and had to explain why he set a man on fire. At one point, he was in court for stabbing a man 11 times, but none of that is what I'm talking about. So when I say a really bad place, I'm talking worse than what I just said. Okay. As I say, you can argue, but I think what I'm about to share, it is what it is. So my dad found himself in a really bad place. Again, not what I just shared. That was for my dad, okay? But at one point, he found himself so low, so down. He made one of those promises to God. Do you know what I'm talking about? Where you're just like, you're so at rock bottom that you're looking up at dirt. You are looking at the underside of ants. I don't know if you've been there. That's where my dad found himself. And he made a promise to God. And God heard his promise. He heard his promise. And God fulfilled on his end of the deal. And my dad did as well. So my dad lived longer than he probably was supposed to or should have. Okay. He made some type of covenant with God, and God fulfilled it. And I was alive to watch this happen. That's what this is giving me. Somebody made some type of deal with God, and God is coming through. I don't know who this is for. I don't know what the hell this is about, but I know what I'm looking at. Okay. So somebody gave something over to God, and now they're getting us another chance at something. Okay. Take what resonates, leave the rest behind. Okay. These are collective readings. Not every message is for everybody. So you got to find yourself in here and let the rest go for the next person. Okay. The Magician. I'm telling you. Baby, these last three cards right here, the Hangman, the Strength, and the Magician. Somebody's doing something that wasn't possible before. It wasn't. This ain't every day. This isn't, oh, we're all gonna do this. No, we don't all do this. No, we don't all do this. We all can't do this. That's why there's a Magician right here. And the Strength card. Okay. Not everybody can do this. It's like coming back from the dead. But it's not quite, the King of Swords here is letting me know that somebody is, I'm telling you, it keeps coming through like a come to Jesus moment. Somebody had a real moment where they were like, oh shit, I fucked up. Let me get it straight. And they getting straight. Now this is manifested. Somebody manifested this. Now I don't know if somebody outside, I don't know who the players are yet. Okay. I just know that there's a new beginning that wasn't going to happen, that is happening now. This new beginning leads to success. It's successful. There's no going back on this. This is locked in, is what I'm hearing. This is locked in. Not another one. This is the moon right here. There's a lot of major arcana out here. I'm trying to tell you something. This is not everybody can do this. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 cards out here and 4 major arcana. This ain't for everybody. This message ain't for everybody. Okay? The moon. Okay? I told y'all a little bit about my dad. I told you just a little bit about the life and times. But I didn't tell you what had him be so low. It wasn't setting the man on fire. It wasn't stabbing somebody 11 times. It wasn't doing federal time. No, that was cakewalk for my dad. But what had him low, I didn't talk about that. You see what I'm saying? God is a merciful God. Don't ever forget that. The most merciful and the most compassionate. Don't ever forget that. Okay? That's why we don't get to judge, because we be out here judging everybody. He made me stub my toe. He's out. I mean, that's how we would be doing it, right? God doesn't operate like that. Thank goodness, because God is always ready to. Eight of Wands. This is okay. So I guess something what's hidden is being brought to light. Knight of Coins. That's interesting energy. 8 of Wands. So you're about to find out why something was taking so long. Because there's some type of renewal out here. Some type of renewal out here. And now you're about to hear or see why something took so long. Two of Swords. Because there was some type of indecision. Something was going on behind the scenes now. Now, it's not out here, but somebody was in some type of mental prison, I'm trying to tell you. The 8 of Swords, I can smell it. It's like somebody didn't know. Y'all, somebody was being, it's not lied to, somebody was being blinded. For real. Like let me tell you what's coming through. You gotta take what resonates. Let's say you got, oh Lord. This is the analogy they're giving me, but look at me, I'm like, but this is the analogy I'm getting. It's 2026. We just got to go with it. So let's say that you are somebody who has, okay, I might not want to do that, but we're going to keep using my dad as an example. He's not here, but he's here with me. Okay. So my dad had me with my mom. I'm the only child he had. And my dad had a child with another woman after he and my mom split up. So at one point in time in his life, my dad had children with 2 different women at the same, you get what I'm saying? Okay. This is very common now. This is common. Y'all do know what I'm talking about. This would be like somebody being in this situation where they got kids over here, and they love their kids, but they don't know where they should be spending their time. They don't know which house they should actually put their energy into. Can you get that as an adult? Like, you might have kids from different parents, different moms, dads, whatever your thing is, but you might choose to live in one place and just send child support to the other. Does that make sense? Y'all see what I'm saying? So for me growing up, my dad lived with my stepmom and he sent child support to my mom for me. Okay, now my mom remarried, so she had a husband and they had kids. Yeah, I'm American like that. But this would be like somebody having 2 families, really, but not knowing. I keep hearing where they should lay their head, where they should rest their head. That's what I'm hearing. You know, should they live here and send the child support there? Or do they live there and send the child support here? That's what this is. My grandma said, if I'm blind, I'm blind. What the Hierophant say? Stay true to your values in education. This is not the time to be rebellious. You'll find security in the conservative approach. So that's the first one. That's the first theme close. So it's like, so what I'm getting is first come, first serve. So, you know, this person chooses to, this person, whoever this is, I don't know if this you, I don't know if this your person, I don't know. I don't know if there's somebody you know, I don't know. I don't know why I'm reading this. I don't know. But this person, this Hierophant, perhaps chose to lay their head with whoever they had kids with first. Like first in, first out. That makes sense, right? Practical common sense. That's what it's giving. That's what I'm hearing. That's what it's looking like. To a coin, see? And this is somebody who was split in two. They were split in two. They just didn't know. Okay. This person was split in two. They had two families in two different places, but they were not looking for an answer. They were simply being influenced in the direction they should go. Something about this. So maybe, now that's wild what I'm hearing. So what I'm hearing is they married the first person because of traditions and values. Oh shit, but that was an open marriage. Then they meet the second person, start a family there, and now they're y'all see she got them two babies. Now I can tell you right now how this goes. This person finds out that person number two, yo, that's crazy as fudge monkeys. That's what that is. I'm gonna keep slinging cards, but it's just this person, y'all. I'm just gonna have to read it all down. Cards will come. This person, they married the first person because of tradition and values. Okay. It's an open marriage. They meet another person. They start a family. I'm going to tell you how I'm hearing it. They don't tell the second person they're in an open marriage. They don't mention that there's a family there. They start a family with the second person. The first spouse knows because it's an open marriage. The first spouse knows. Y'all, something about it. Anyway, the bottom line is this person ends up wanting to be with the second person. They married the first person, but they really want to be with the second person. They feel like the second person is their soulmate. But something's off. I don't know, y'all. 7 of Swords at the bottom of the deck. 8 of Swords coming out. I told you I smelt that. I smelt it. See. But here's what happened. The first person, let me tell you something. It's a dirty game out here. This first person, y'all, who is that? This first person, I'm gonna have to read it to filth because that's what this is. It's filth, okay? The first person No love here. Open marriage. No love. I said what I said. I said what I said. Come at me. Anyway, they figure out that this person actually cares about the second person. So they start creating confusion, casting illusions, convincing this person to lay their head at house number 1 and just do the bare minimum for house number 2. Now, to be clear, because everybody's responsible for their own actions, whoever I'm talking about, I guess this is King of Swords back up in the cut over here. They weren't. It's the onus is on them, because they're the ones starting 2 families, okay? And again, not really ever looking for how to do it responsibly with integrity, just kind of doing it, just kind of going with it, going with the flow, I guess they thought they were doing. So when spouse number 1 says, listen, spouse number 1 said, well, there's only one spouse. When the spouse says, your other relationship there that you now have kids with, XYZ, they start as lies. There's a lot of manipulation, a lot of gaslighting I'm seeing here. King of Swords, stuck, unclear, stagnant energy now. But the whole time, the spouse, I'm telling you, the spouse is doing juju. I can see it. To shut this person down. Because listen, I'm telling you what, I'm getting loud and clear. This King of Swords was falling in love with whoever the second person was. But the spouse was afraid of losing some type of financial consideration that this King of Swords is providing. So you got to get, for the spouse, I mean, hey, they got an open marriage. That means they can do whatever they want. Plus they got old boy over here paying for it. I mean, hey, they weren't trying to give that up. They was not trying to give that up. They were not trying to give that up. Okay. Ooh, that's a lot. Lord Jesus, look at this tower. Something happened though. And now the illusions are off. There's a tower to that 8 of Swords. Queen of Wands. Something about they didn't see something coming. 2 of Wands. Yeah. There's something about this Queen of Wands that just, like, she captures and holds the attention of this King of Swords. So, but it's so strong that it breaks through somehow this 8 of Swords and causes a tower. This is wild. Because it's a soulmate connection. Oh my God, y'all, that's crazy. This is craziness. Y'all better tell me in the comments what this is about. Okay, you don't want to tell me your business. Just drop me a black heart though, so I know. All right, Queen of Cups. Yeah. Because it was real love. That's what happened. It was real love. Damn. This is like one of them fairy tales, y'all, where real love breaks the curse. That's what this is. Because I'm telling you, the spouse, the open marriage spouse, I hope y'all are keeping up with this because this is wild. The spouse put some type of hex or curse on this King of Swords because they didn't want this King of Swords getting away with the money, with the goods, you know. I mean, living the high life. Damn. Anyway, or the low life. Anyway, let me stop. So, but the challenge is this Queen of Wands is also a Queen of Cups. So when the King of Swords met this Queen of Wands, yes, she looked good. Yes, she had a lot of joie de vivre, but there was also real love there. There was also real love. And that broke through. That shattered some type of illusion. Give me more, because this is like, oh Lord, the devil. Well, flew out of my hand over there. So the devil card is now on the floor, but it came out. It's there, and now it's sideways on the floor. Listen, whatever this, it's like a curse of codependency is how it's coming through. Oh, that's a curse through a bloodline. Paternal bloodline. Curse of codependency. So, hold on. So so the reason this scenario even happened was because of some curse on the paternal bloodline. I picked up on this energy before. This was months ago. Y'all, this may have been back in October, November of last year. But I picked up on something about a family, a generational thing where the men marry the wrong woman. I'm telling you, that's what this is. It's something about it. And it's coming through again. This goes back to Salem. I think I said this back in October. Y'all, I did this reading in October of last year. I sure did. This is some type of hex that goes back to Salem. And the men in this bloodline marry the wrong women. And I'm going to tell you why. The curse was put, so whoever the ancestor was of this King of Swords back in Salem times was in love with a witch. But he stood by when she was accused and executed, and she cursed him in that moment. It's like, I can see it, I'm back there. She cursed him because it's like, because of who he was, his family had standing, and so his word could have saved her, but he didn't speak up. He let her be executed. It's like she's watching. I'm watching through her eyes out of the pyre as she sees that not only is he not going to stand up for her and protect her and say, no, I love her, we love each other. She can see that he's actually going to go ahead and be with the woman that his family is choosing for him to be with. And in that moment, she curses them both. Like him and his offspring are now doomed to that choice. Damn. I mean, Lovers at the bottom of the deck. Damn. Ace of Swords. Wow. Y'all. Wow. Wow. So this King of Swords was repeating history. He married... Damn. He married a woman who was pretending to be a high priestess. That's why it's out here twice. That's why it's out here twice. Because there's a real high priestess and a not real high priestess. Okay? He married the fake high priestess. Four of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Only to then turn around. They said turn right around. So it's almost like he got married and then met the real high priestess. Started a family with the real high priestess. But the fake high priestess that he's in an open marriage with begins to project and say, Oh, the new one, the real high priestess is the fake, and I'm the real one. So this King of Swords has been in this Eight of Swords the whole time, unclear about who's real and who's not. Damn. Ugh. Three of Wands. Wow. Whole time they're trying to wow. Okay, so the whole time this King of Swords is trying to, there's something this King of Swords wants. They're trying to get it. They're trying to succeed at something. And oh shit. So they say there's something about this now. There's something about this Three of Wands, because I'm picking up on it. Something about this Three of Wands. It's like this Three of Wands is a part of that tower. Okay, I'm gonna tell you right now. This Three of Wands, because what it is this King of Swords is trying to get somewhere, trying to accomplish something. And so he said, maybe he says it to both high priestesses, the false one and the real one, I'm trying to get here. And they both give him two different answers. Okay. Oh, shit. Knight of Cups. One of the answers, it's like that one of the answers leads to success and the other one leads to destruction. I mean, it would, wouldn't it? You got a fake high priestess and a real high priestess. It would, wouldn't it? But I can hear the fake high priestess saying that whatever the real high priestess is saying ain't real. That ain't it. It's just, but this real high priestess don't know about the fake high priestess to speak against them. King of Cups coming out sideways on top of the Knight of Cups. So it's kind of like what this King of Swords wants to become is actually, no, this is going to sound funny, but someone who actually can use their heart. Like this King of Swords wants to embody something. Like, so swords is mental. So this King of Swords is someone who's really good in the mental realms. I'm hearing really good in the astral realms, but they want to be a King of Cups as well. They want to be someone who's emotionally stable and grounded, not just cerebral. So this King of Swords feels often emotionally unstable, and they want to stabilize. They want to move out of this Knight of Cups energy, like someone who can maybe flirt and go on a couple dates. They want to become someone who's substantiated, someone who's solid, someone who is, how they would say it is they want to be real. This King of Swords doesn't feel real. They want to feel real, okay? Grounded even. It's like they know if they can get grounded, they'll feel their power. There's something intuitive about this King of Swords. Like they've sorted out that if they can stabilize their emotions, it will leave them grounded and they'll be able to show up in a really powerful way. It's what's coming through the star. I mean, this is really what they want. More than anything, this is what they want. It's like inside they know they're great, but they don't experience themselves as great on the outside. So they really want this. They really want to feel their greatness embodied externally in this 3D world. That's what they were after. Okay. And Cups. But they left. I'm getting a feeling that they 80 Cups, 4 Swords. Now they left to keep the peace. They left. I don't even know where that card went. I don't even know what that card was. Y'all? I don't know what that was. I gotta get that card. I gotta know what it is. I gotta know. All right, hold on. Let's get this card from under here. Oh, here we go. Oh, it was the Ten of Swords. They left to keep the peace. Now, this is some type of betrayal that they want hidden. Because this was down under my... I have a plant right here. This was some type of betrayal. This is what was hidden. The Moon card. They left Five of Swords. They left to keep the peace. I can feel... Yeah. Six of Coins. King of Coins. The King of Swords leaves. And when I say leaves, what I mean is they essentially choose, okay, because I feel like there's a bit back and forth here, okay? Like, I don't know. Two of Swords and Two of Wands out here. So this King of Swords eventually says, okay, well, I'm going to go be with the spouse. I'm going to go be a spouse because I'm married, right? And it's going to keep the peace because I think, excuse me, this spouse is doing the most. I'm picking up on energetically. So the King of Swords leaves to be with the spouse, but it doesn't bring peace. It does not bring peace. But at this point, the King of Swords is convinced that that is their proper match. That is where they're going to, even though they feel this soulmate connection with the real High Priestess, there's something about, because they've been in this Eight of Swords energy for so long, there's something about it, like where they feel like they've been convinced that this fake High Priestess that they're in an open marriage with is where they're supposed to be. This is just where they're supposed to be. Almost like it's a twisted sense of integrity. And that's where the Hierophant comes in, right? Like, well, but this is the person I'm married. This is the person I gave my word to. This is the person I have the actual agreement with. I don't have an agreement with the real High Priestess. I just have kids with the real High Priestess. Ciao. And don't forget, it's an open marriage over here. Y'all, this is wild because I'm picking up so much, like, you know, sometimes when you're young, you're into things that as you mature, you're just not into it anymore. It's not as, your priorities shift as you get older. And Three of Cups, Three of Coins. There's something about it. There's something about what this King of Swords got up to, gets up to, or something that I'm hearing the words blackmail. I'm hearing bribe. I'm picking up on that at one point in time, this type of, I'm hearing polyamory was what this King of Swords thought they wanted. Some type of childhood wound where they were. But also I think that generational curse in action. But as we mature, as they've matured, as years have gone on, this is not what they want anymore. They don't feel stable or even safe in this scenario anymore. But they feel stuck in it. Seven of Cups. They feel stuck. They don't know what to do. They don't know where to go. They don't know. It's like they don't know how to get out now because they married this. Seven of Wands. Damn, Seven of Cups and Seven of Wands. Damn. Almost like trying to prove something. It's giving me, this Seven of Wands is giving me a sense of pride and ego, especially coming after the Seven of Cups. Like this King of Swords is now stuck in a situation because of pride and ego. I don't know about you, but I'm somebody, like, once I figure out something isn't working for me, it's not for me, it's not healthy for me, I'm leaving it. Like, I'm good. You can have all that. You can have that. You have that back. You know? But this is someone who, there's a lot of pride here. A lot of ego here. I gotta prove something. Gotta prove something. Child. You know, even though they see, the sun, everybody can see with the sun. We all can see with the sun. And I think that's what this is about. Like, that's what I was reading yesterday. The proof is in the pudding. Where are we at? Can I get this, y'all? It's like being able to see I don't know. Hindsight is 2020. Give me this King of Wands. The Sun and the King of Wands. Nine of Coins. Something's going on here. This is giving me, it's like the King of Swords is now sitting in a situation where some time has passed. They are not who they want to be. They don't have what they thought they would have. And they can see they haven't been thinking on their own or leading themselves. They have been following behind this false high priestess, okay? They can see that now. They can see now that they are not themselves and they have not been themselves because of this, okay? Page of Wands. So now it's like they've got this desire to move into this kind of it's almost like now they want to be independent. Now they want to lead themselves. Now they want to have the chutzpah to follow their own path, to follow their own dreams. You know, Four of Wands. They want to establish for themselves. I'm telling you, it's like this person now want what's real. I don't know another way of putting it. The Sun, King of Wands, Nine of Coins, Page of Wands, Four of Wands. This person wants what's real now. They don't want any more fake anything. Because they see it didn't get them anything they wanted. Can I get final messages out here? It's really long as hell. I mean, this tea though. I mean, my God, this tea. The Chariot. Somebody's making moves, okay? With this Chariot, somebody's making moves. They're not. Somebody's not gonna stay where they are, do what they're doing. Page of Swords. Everybody can see this. Somebody watching somebody make moves and they talking about it. Somebody talking about somebody making moves. Somebody's making moves and somebody's talking about watching and talking about somebody making moves. Now listen, up where it was. Tell you something. Little fortune. Tell you something. So tables are being turned. This is Adele is significant. Okay. Just throwing it out there, y'all. Damn. Who this? I see you, Queen of Swords. Nine of Cups. Yeah, somebody's going after what they want. Straight up. Straight up. You're not messing. Oof. What'd I say? Nine of Cups and the Fool? Not with the Chariot. The Chariot, the Nine of Cups and the Fool. Somebody said, I'm going to have to, what they say, riding and sliding. Somebody said, by any means necessary, I'm going to have what I want. I'm going to have the life I want. Even if it means starting over. Somebody's about to start over. They don't care. They don't care. They don't care. They said, we're starting over. They'll put on a disguise if they have to. They'll dress up however they need to. They'll do whatever they got to. They'll go wherever they, there's not going to be this person said, ain't no way, the Hermit. There you go. Ain't no way they're going out like this, okay? So we got somebody who is actually putting themselves in some type of introspective space. They're trying to evaluate and figure out how they got where they are. And how the hell they can get where they're going. I hear that. Temperance is at the bottom of the deck. I tell you, this person's just looking to balance something out. Because I got a feeling things got real bad where they are. Can you imagine listening to a false high priestess? You could lose your life like that. Anyway, let's keep going. Got Wheel of Fortune, the High Priestess. Five of Cups, Queen of Swords. Let's see, it's going to come out. Yeah, La Llorona. Y'all know the story of La Llorona? Y'all know La Llorona. She drowns her own kids. This person literally has lost everything and everybody they love behind this false high priestess. Cold. Ice cold. False high priestess. Cold. This King of Swords, and that's why he thought they was a match. King of Swords, Queen of Swords. Remember? But don't forget, he trying to become a King of Cups. Anyway, he done lost everything following behind her, and she said, that's your fault, fool. I told y'all wasn't no love over there. Where did the love go? Where did the love go? Where did the love go? Oh. Yay, yo. Yay, yo. Somebody out there doing yay. Let me leave y'all alone. Mind my business out here. Six of Swords. They just trying to get to a better life. Where did the love go? Oh. Five of Swords. Shit, I know, that's right. Listen, I don't know if they're doing drugs or not. Okay? I think they are. But this man trying to get up out from over there. He trying to get out from home. I'm just going to tell you. He said it's too deep. Now, I'm going to tell you what. This Six of Swords, Five of Swords coming out, this Queen of Swords. This false priestess done something. She did something. She either tried to sell somebody out. She tried to sacrifice somebody. I'm telling you, I'm looking at it right here. And this man trying to get away. Now, it may be too late. It may be, depending on how implicated he is and whatever she tried to do, it may be too late. I'm just telling you. I'm just saying. But she did something. She did something. This is not a nice person. This is not a nice woman. She's an angry woman. She's a bitter woman. She's vindictive and she's vengeful. Straight up. All right? And I don't know if he was like, well, let me stick around for the kids. Y'all know we be saying, I'm looking out the window because it looked like a storm coming. I know about staying someplace for the kids. I don't recommend it, but I understand. There's some kind of justice. Him leaving the strife and conflict is justice. Now, y'all, I did not expect this reading to be this long. I'm telling you, but this is tea. Somebody's tea is being spilled all over the table right now. Yeah, because people want real love. I'm sorry. No, I'm not. People want real love. Why would you want fake love? Why would you want to be with somebody who's going to set you up? Why would you want to be with somebody who's lying to you? Why would you want to be with somebody who's throwing spell work at you just to keep you bound to them? What the hell? Why don't they just fix their personality and start a whole new relationship with you? See, whatever it is, this man got... Talking to the men out here. Men, watch yourself, okay? Stop thinking because somebody look good, maybe even feel good, that it's gonna be all good, because it's not. It don't work like that. Y'all men need to learn how to test a woman's character out. And stop following. Stop listening to people who don't have a successful relationship themselves, okay? If you're a man and you want to be in a successful relationship, you need to go be friends with men who are in successful relationships. Do not be a man wanting to be in a successful relationship listening to single men, men younger than you, or men who still consider themselves players. Don't do it. Because whatever advice that man gives you, it's not going to get you into a successful relationship. It's going to leave you looking like La Llorona out here. Like you done lost everything you love behind your foolishness. Okay? What I'm talking about. Somebody want this Ace of Cups with an Empress. I'm not going to lie. They want an Ace of Cups with the Empress. I don't. But Empresses are funny. They kind of only want to be with Emperors. I don't know if you've noticed that or not. Let's see what we got. Still at the bottom of the deck. Somebody trying to balance something out. We started this by saying somebody made a deal with God. I know the type of deal my dad made, but I know where he was. See, my dad had lost everything he loved. Chasing behind a woman who took him so low. Let me explain something to you. The situation my dad found himself in so impacted my life that I raised my children. I have a daughter and a son. I raised my children, I'm not, no cap, on the book of Proverbs. I'm not religious and we don't do all that, okay? But I homeschool my kids. And one thing I make sure we do on the daily is we read the book of Proverbs, because I need for my son to know how dangerous it is to follow behind the wrong kind of woman. I need for him to know. He's 7 years old. I need for him to know now that messing with the wrong kind of woman will cost you your soul. I need him to know that. That's what we're talking about right here. This King of Swords, yeah, he has a generational curse. But this man lost his soul messing with the wrong woman. And now he's having to make a deal with God. He might. At this point, all this man wants is love. You know why? Because that's something he ain't never had. He may have had all these, I can't say that now, all these polyamorous pusaus, but he hasn't had love. And at this point, that's what's looking real good to this man right now, is love. Ooh, Heartbreak Hotel out here. Heartbreak Hotel. This man wants a whole wife. Done with open marriages. Lord Jesus. Somebody done had their whole... Had to lose it all. 6 of Cups. Had to lose everything. Now they're like, oh wait, that soulmate connection. That, there we go again. I'm gonna see if I can get it without having to get down this. Aha, I got it. Ooh. So the 5 of Wands went down there. Again, this is a problem. Somebody got a problem with this. Now I'm gonna tell you who it is. Say it with me. The Queen of Swords got a problem with this. But it's a whole lot of strife where this man is. But oh shit. He might not be able to come back to this soulmate connection. He might not be able to come back. Yeah, that's a no. See, the real high priestess, he put her through so much with this mess right here. It's like there's a whole team of ancestors blocking him out. See that? See this one right here? And see these other ones like, no. Nope. He blocked out. He not gonna be able to get back. I mean, he talked to God. He asking God for a new beginning. That's what we open up with. Somebody praying to God. They want this 10 of cups. I mean, somebody said praying and slaying. I mean, listen now. I mean, really, it wants a new beginning, but if wishes were wantings, beggars were right. If wishes were... let's get out of here. Come on, let's go. The lovers, I'm telling you, somebody, but you know what? Here's what I'm going to say. Whether this man gets back to the soulmate connection or not, they learned a very valuable lesson they will not soon forget, okay? Now, I'm going to tell you, this may have broken that generational curse in a very painful way, but it may be broke now. Ace of Coins and Lovers. This person is now understanding that the real true value is love. This person is now getting that the rest of that, it may be shiny, but it ain't gold. Don't do that. That's what they learned. I'm telling you, they learned something. They learned something the hard way. They learned the hard way. They learned that they gave up real love for lust. They learned that lust doesn't pay. Not the same wages. Not the same wages as love. Let's finish it up. I mean, they are really, really, really wanting a new beginning in love here. It looks like, I'm telling you, they might get one, but I don't think it's going to be with the same person. I could be wrong. What I got? Now they're willing to invest where they weren't before. I mean, that's what they're telling God. God, if you give me another chance, I'll do better. I'll be different. I mean, that's what my dad said. God came through and so did my dad. I don't know what to tell you. But my dad was different. He was different. I tell you, he was different. He was different now. Oh, there we go again. 9 of Swords. What is... Oh, that was 2 cards went down. 9 of Swords. 9 of Swords and 6 of Wands. Okay, so... this person feels like it might be too late. They're a little nervous that they've taken too long. And so now it's kind of like they want to rush back. They want to rush to this soulmate, this real high priestess, and say, oh, I didn't say they made a mistake, but I don't know if they're ready for all that, but I'm not gonna put words in their mouth, but they want to rush towards this real high priestess with kind of like, I'm back. Aren't you happy to see me? I'm here. You know, something's off though. That 7 of Swords at the bottom of the deck, see? And that's why they're being blocked out. Emperor. That's why they're being blocked out, because something's not straight. See what I'm saying? They may have learned a lesson, but there's still something off. That's why they're not allowed back in. Maybe they're only seeing part of it. 4 of Coins. Yeah, they're operating from some type of There's something here. I'm gonna tell you what's missing. A death. The death card is missing. I always say that as a tarot reader. When you want something to change, we need the death card. For real, for real. But we waiting on the High Priestess and the Wheel of Fortune to get out of here. Y'all just read long as hell now. Y'all better tell me what the hell going on in the comments. Got me out here. Can we? The Emperor. Now this Emperor. Who the hell is this? I said the Empress only wants to be with an Emperor. There's the Emperor. Well, who that? Hey, who that is? There's the High Priestess. Let me tell you something. This part of the challenge right here. Whoever this real High Priestess is a whole movement on their own. Okay? This High Priestess is an emperor. This High Priestess is a real High Priestess. So she don't need him, them, or Jim, right? She don't need, because she a High Priestess. So that's part of the challenge that this person's now facing, is they want to go back to somebody who don't need, I'm hearing, or want them. Damn. Oh my God. Let's finish up. We get out to the Wheel of Fortune. Let's get out of here. What the hell? Y'all better tell me in the comments what the hell going on out here in these streets, okay? I need to know. I need to know. Damn. I'm just looking for a Wheel of Fortune. I'm just looking for a Wheel of Fortune because I'm telling you, these tables have turned. Adele is singing. I can hear it. I can hear Adele singing the songs. There it is. So now we got the Death to the Seven of Swords and the Ten of Cups to the Two of Cups. Listen, let me tell you. To the Five of Coins, to the Ace of Wands. This is a whole new beginning out here. Now, I'm not telling you, I'm just saying somebody gets to start over. Damn, Knight of Wands. The Ace of Wands. But there's something about this task, the world, but something's over. See what I'm saying? No matter how I shuffle these cards, something is over. I don't think they get to go back. But I think they get to do something new. Four of Cups. But this is, it's like whatever they're doing new is a test. Temperance. And Wheel of Fortune. Damn. Y'all, this is crazy. So here's what I'm picking up. This King of Swords somehow may have been able to pray for a new beginning, but they're not going back to the real High Priestess. It's like God is going to give them another opportunity to choose love. It won't be with the same, it won't be with the High Priestess though. It's some other, it's some other beginning, it's some other person, it's some other opportunity to choose love. That's between them and God. Okay. And that's interesting. This has been a very, very interesting reading. I'm gonna have to leave it here because my goodness. Hope it brought you some clarity. Brought you some clarity and confirmation. Because wow, if you haven't already, hit the like button. If you like the vibe, please subscribe. You better drop me a comment. You better put something in that comment section like this was. You know, I mean, I said a black heart, but nah, I need to know. Just like, you tell me something, okay? Turn on your post notifications, hit the bell so the next time I drop a read, it'll show up in your feed. Times of the construct, we made it up. This occurs like something that has already happened. That's why you got to drop me a comment. Let me know what the hell I was just reading about. But you take what resonates, you leave the rest behind for the next person, okay? And between now and the next time I drop a reading, you got to trust your path, your process, and your purpose. Peace.